A stunning story out of Ohio where a black kid, 12 years old, was suspended by his school for playing the staring game at another student. Of course, you know the staring game. Kids played all the time. We all did. That's why they just stare at each other to see who can stare the longest. Well, this black boy was suspended from school last year for doing just that. The private Catholic school, St. Gabriel Consolidated, claimed the young girl was, quote, intimidated by the stare and was afraid to return to school. In a handwritten apology, the 12-year-old boy stated, quote, I never knew she was scared because she was laughing. And I'm not a bully to anyone in this school. Now an Ohio court has upheld the suspension that the boy's parents wanted removed from his record. Joining us via Skype to discuss this and the court ruling is his mother, Candace Tolbert. Candace, welcome to News One Now TV One.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand this here. So it's a staring game, and your son was. How long was your son suspended?
He was suspended for 1 day.
For 1 day. And they said it's because of the staring game and she was intimidated?
Well, what happened was on a Monday morning, there at their break time, my son was sitting there talking to two other mutual friends that they have. She walks over and says something. So he just looks at her. She starts backing away laughing. He takes a step forward. She continues to laugh and giggle. He takes another step. So he thought they were engaging in this game. She finally giggles and says, stop. That was it. They went the rest of the day around each other. No teacher was told. She never said, leave me alone, you're scaring me. My son never did any motions of evil, ball up a fist or anything. On Tuesday morning, this email comes in from the parent. Ironically, my son's name was not on that complaint. There are two black boys in the seventh grade last year, and the other boy was listed. Now, I'm sure as a seventh grader, she's 12 years old, she can tell you who she's afraid of. The school at that time never notified me. I got a phone call at the end of the day on Wednesday, and the principal, Nicole Brainerd, told me that my son could not come to school on Thursday. He was being suspended for bullying and intimidating behavior.
So it's a 1 day suspension. Now, in terms of this exchange, was the young girl, she's Asian, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so her parents stated in. At one point, was a young girl interviewed? Did she offer, did she corroborate what your son said happened?
Actually, the principal spoke with all children. There was another boy who picked up the game after my son had stopped. All three children's stories corroborate. They all say the same thing. However, the principal said her laugh was out of fear. The problem also is that there was no teacher in the room. So no teacher witnessed it. All the children that were in the room during break time, nobody saw an incident that they were alarmed about.
How has this affected your son?
Right now, he's going to school. The support of all his peers, he's fine with going to school. He knows from now on, when you get called to the principal's office, and hopefully you won't, you are to tell them, I need to call my parents. I need to call my attorney and not to speak a thing, because they broke him down for 2 days and basically convinced him that he had done something wrong. And he kept trying to tell them, she was laughing, what are you talking about? So the apology letter that he wrote, he was trying to explain it and try to handle the situation to let the administration know, I didn't know she was afraid. You're telling me she was laughing out of fear, but all I saw was a smile on this girl's face.
This has certainly cost you and your family because you've had to hire lawyers and go through this court case. But so why did you do that? You could have easily simply let it slide. It's 1 day and moved on.
Well, what's disturbing is we could not find a basis for the suspension. In addition to that, that very same girl that accused him on Friday aggressively pours milk on someone else's lunch in the lunchroom in front of witnesses, and there was nothing done to her other than the principal taking her to the office and having a talk with her.
And what was the response when that was brought up by you to the principal?
She said that's what she felt. So that's the problem with the handbook that they wrote. The principal has the discretion basically to do whatever she wants. So we have an act of perception with my son saying that it's perceived that he intimidated this girl versus an actual act of aggression. One got suspended and one got talked to. And that's what I'm saying is not fair.
And are you just choosing to keep your son at that school?
No, this is his last year. So he will be moving forward, which is our concern. An African-American male applying for entry into another school with a suspension on his record for bullying and intimidating behavior, one or two things will happen. One is they may not let him in, and then two, they may let him in and consider him a high-risk student. And this situation does not merit him to carry that brand on his academic record.
Last question, are you planning to appeal this Ohio court decision?
We have not made that decision as of right now, but we're leaning that way.
All right. Well, certainly keep us abreast of what takes place, Candace Tobler. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Folks, we did reach out to the school who then referred us to the Archdiocese of Cincinnati. They have not returned our phone calls or emails at this time. Another issue that we have been following deals with what takes place